Hello and welcome back to the Olympic Ultras podcast. I'm Nate.
I'm Michael.
And this is a very, very special episode. This is actually a Kappa Pro Series Final episode. So everything we're talking about today is about the Kappa Pro Series Final coming up against Caboolture, which is very, very exciting. It's the first final that the women's team have made in quite a long time. So, you know, an incredible achievement from the girls.
It's also good for the club as a whole too.
Yeah,
like
fantastic
getting the girls
for
to
the
the final.
club,
So it lifts the whole spirits right across the club.
Yeah, exactly right. So in the first half, we're going to be going through Caboolture's road to the final. We're going to be going through every single one of their games and how they scored the goals and who scored and everything like that. In the second half, we'll flip the script. We'll look at Olympics, their road to the final and everything like that. And then in extra time, it's cup football, so extra time is definitely a possibility. In extra time, we will be having some very, very special guests, so make sure you stick around for that. If you are crazy like me, I created a playlist that I put on the Olympic Ultras YouTube channel of all the games of the Caboolture and Olympic. So it's a full playlist that you can watch both teams' road to the final. There's one game that's missing because Football Queensland didn't record it, and that's game 3 of Caboolture. Annalee, that's Caboolture, so unfortunately right there. But yeah, if you do have time, definitely sit down, watch all the games.
And watch some great football at the same time.
And watch some great football. Some two brilliant teams obviously made to the final all the way. Don't forget, if you want to keep an eye on our journey, our Instagram and our YouTube is Olympic_FC_Ultras, and you can find our Spotify by searching Olympic Ultras Podcast. Cool. So just before we'll get kicked off, we'll do a little bit of pre-game. We'll talk about our last time out and our last games, because obviously we've played Caboolture before this season. 2 kind of cagey matches.
2 very different matches.
Yeah.
Game 1 at their home. Very hard to crack. It was. Actually, I think we've used the term before. It was like 2 boxers having a sparring match.
Yeah.
There was just no give and take. They were just taking punches and we just couldn't get through.
Yeah, and it was a 25th minute penalty from Sophia Cuba that actually managed
that separated the 2 teams.
Separated the teams, then broke the deadlock, but was the only goal of note. It was the only goal.
It was the only goal of the game, yeah.
And then in round 10, Caboolture visited Goulburn Park. Another very cagey opening. Debutant Charlie Phillips scoring in the 34th, which gave us a little bit of breathing room.
Yeah.
But it was, again, very, very incredibly tight all the way up till the 90th minute when Georgia Muir decided to run half the pitch and around a few players.
Yeah.
And don't know how tally that
was.
But again, this is cup football. This is a final. Form goes out the window. It doesn't matter what you've done previously.
You could have played 120 before, and then it's same thing.
It's cup football.
Yeah, it's cup football.
Kick it out.
Yeah.
We've also got a couple of players, more than a couple of players out with injury, illness, things like that. So
the fortunes of the game.
Yeah, it is what it is, and especially at this level, and especially the amount of football that they played.
Yeah, and they've played a lot of football over the last 5 or 6 weeks. It's been ridiculous. And we've got a number of games coming up again in a tight schedule.
Yeah.
So I feel for players of every team.
I feel for the physios.
And they go through all that, you know. So, yeah, it's a tough gig for them all.
Yes, definitely. So with that all over and done with, let's kick into the first half. All right, so the first half, we're going to be looking at Caboolture versus Palm Beach. So the opening goal of this game came from Rebecca Sweeney. Rebecca Sweeney is another one of the big names. She pops up on this quite a bit, jumping on a poor attempt to clear the ball. Caboolture then started their dominance over this game and really started putting away a couple of goals extra before halftime. Palm Beach did ultimately get a goal in this match, but it was very much merely a consolation.
Oh, said and done, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was said and done. So that was 6-1 in the first game of their group series. Second game was against the Mount Gravatt Hawks, where again a very, very similar story, and probably a very similar story to ours. I think as we continue through this, or you'll see the patterns coming through. So they saw round 2 saw Caboolture visit Mount Gravatt Hawks. Didn't take them long. They were 2-0 up in 5 minutes.
Yeah,
which is a real shame for obviously Mount Gravatt Hawks. They continued to put their chances on the board, and it wasn't until the 42nd minute that Latham completed her hat trick.
Yeah. Took her a while, but she's a class player.
Yeah, she's a fantastic player, and you give her those chances. And
she'll take them. Exactly right.
And she's definitely someone that we need to be aware of. I think she ended up scoring 7 goals total in the group stage, so across 3 matches.
Yeah.
So definitely someone that we need to look into. She actually scored 4 in this game against Mount Gravatt Hawks. And of the 6, Courtney Barge got one of them, Courtney Barge got 2 of them as well. Sorry,
she got a brace.
Another fantastic player. We've seen her play a couple of times.
Yes,
obviously. And
yeah, she caused some issues in game 1.
Yeah, she caused some issues later in game 2 because she came off the bench.
Yep.
Which we were actually a little bit worried about, a little bit of a super sub, especially more.
Yeah, she covered late in the second half, I think.
Yeah, and she's definitely someone that if you put too much emphasis on Steph Mayhew, who's also scored a few goals, Steph Latham, obviously, Courtney Barge might be someone that sort of slips under that radar.
Yeah. You got to keep your left corner of the eye out, which is watch her.
Yeah, exactly. Round 3, like I said, this game unfortunately wasn't recorded, but it was a 5-1 win to Caboolture Sports over Annerley. So they continued their dominance very early into the game, scored on the 15th and the 20th. Annerley did try to make a good game of it. They did get it back to 2-1. Very shortly after, unfortunately, Rebecca Sweeney, yet again, another, like I said, someone who does appear on these score sheets quite a lot. And then Steph Latham in her own goal at the end of that. So group stage, they end up finishing first, played 3, won 3, scored 17 and conceded 2. So some real dominance.
Was it, eh?
Yeah, some real dominance. And I think one of the things that actually kind of surprised me looking into this was all 3 of the games that they played were against FQPL2 teams.
Yeah. So it's really hard to say what an amazing effort.
Yeah.
Where they didn't really play the equals.
Yeah.
Now, if they'd have played the equals, it'd have been a lot tighter.
See, because when I saw the draw, I kind of assumed there'd be 2 of each.
Yeah.
Caboolture, Kappa was the unlucky one. Their group got 3 FQPL1 teams.
Poor buggers, yeah. They copped it hard.
So they were the unlucky ones in the draw.
They said luck of the draw.
Yeah, exactly right. But the quarterfinals against North Brisbane and Virginia United, very, very different.
Quarterback to earth, didn't it?
It did a little
games,
bit.
Yeah.
Both games were 2-1
Yep.
To Caboolture, so they obviously did make it through. Surprise. So 2-1 against North Brisbane. Courtney Barge with 2. North Brisbane did get on the score sheet in the 88th minute. But this was another game where North Brisbane did, despite being on the bottom of the ladder in the league, really did press hard. And
they really some cup football,
Yeah, they did quite well because, again, cup football, anything can happen no matter what is going on in the league.
Yep.
So they had a flurry of chances before North Brisbane got on the score sheet in the 88th, which made it a very, very tense few minutes for Caboolture, I can imagine.
Last 10 to 15, depending how the game went.
Yeah. So. And then finally, their last game, the semi-final, 2-1 over Virginia United. Another team that's in that race for 4th spot in the league, but again, league football. They knocked on the door really, really early, and I was quite surprised by this match. Watching it back because it was end to end for a lot of that match.
Yeah, it was a good game.
But in the end, Caboolture took their chances.
Yes, and you take your chances, you get the goals on the net. So.
Exactly. So 2 to Steph Mayhew, again, another name that appears quite a lot.
Yeah.
And in the 56th minute, Virginia United got one back. So it really made for a bit of a spectacular ending to that match. They started pressing really, really hard. They scored a fantastic goal, looped over the keeper following a corner. But ultimately, again, Caboolture's
they don't really played out. Yeah. And probably also time ran out for them.
Yeah, exactly right. And we watched multiples of their games over the season and things like that, being one of the main title rivals, and obviously now the team that we're facing in the final.
Yep.
They're a fantastic team.
They are a good side. Yeah, you can't doubt them.
Yeah. And they play some really, really good football. So, I'm expecting a really, really tough showing from them.
I think so. Obviously, they'll come out fighting.
Yeah.
And so they should.
Yeah.
And we will too. But I think probably the first 15, 20, we'll see how the game settles.
Yeah, see where the dust settles after that.
Yeah, and I think if it's still 0-0, it's going to be a great game after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too. Cool. So we'll knock into the second half. Alrighty, so in the second half, we're going to be looking at, as I said before, Olympics road to the final. Round 1. We were a little bit jagged in this one. We were a little bit, we didn't quite gel properly. Yeah. In fairness, both teams were a little bit jagged and weren't quite gelling properly.
Yeah.
But we didn't have the easiest start, as we mentioned, 2 QPL teams two QPL1 teams, two QPL2 teams.
Yeah.
We had to play our QPL1 team straight up.
Yeah.
Kids started the scoring after initial cross to Georgia was really, really well defended and shot a really, really beautiful goal that just sort of looped over into the bottom corner, which was just absolutely beautiful. Had a lot of chances following that, and it wasn't until, I think you might remember this, we've seen a lot of football, so you've got to cast your mind really far back. But the confusion in regards to the offside, the possible offside that Georgia just beat, and left all defenders and the goalkeeper just sort of standing there, and she was very much onside. So really clever, really timed her run well. Really clever, I believe, by Sarah Daly, I think it was, who was offside and stopped.
Well, that's right.
Not play for the ball.
Yeah, and that's the intelligence of someone like Sarah, because she can see what was happening.
Yeah. And
rather than get involved, she just went, "You're on your own, Georgia."
Yeah, exactly.
And it was a great decision by Sarah. You know?
Yeah. In the 56th minute, Norlander, Morton City's player, Morton City striker, did get one back and did sort of start pressing us a little bit difficult.
I found that.
Yeah, this was when we were still a little, again, we didn't quite gel yet.
No,
and
we were still finding our feet as a squad.
Yeah, and that playing out from the back wasn't smooth.
No.
And Norlander capitalized on that and essentially ended up being one-on-one with our goalkeeper. But we got a bit of back and forth, and we finally got our breathing room goal again through a 77th minute goal after a few corners in a row. Vic Franklin finally put one away with
a good set of pressure too. That was.
It was. Yeah. Especially considering, Morton City, again, were pressing us back and trying to get their equaliser. It was a really, really good time in 77th to just get that one over.
It's good.
In round two, our players were just busy.
It was a great game, wasn't
it? It was 10-1 to Olympic over Sanford Rangers.
I think my arms are getting tired of flag waving.
Sanford, funnily enough, are actually one of the better teams in the QPL2. We actually played some really, some of the higher level teams of QPL2, both the Gap, Ipswich Knights and Sanford Rangers. So the results were a little bit surprising.
Although the quality would have been a lot better. Yeah,
on a certain sense. Maybe we caught them at the right time and things like that.
We just clicked that night. Everything we done was...
Everything was just absolutely gold.
Ridiculous.
Early goal from Georgia put us on a really, really... a lovely team move, put us on the right track, 100% from the whistle. And Cam plays that. Cam wants the team to play 100% full throttle, no matter what, no matter when it happens. And that kind of is encapsulated by this game. By, we were, I think, 4-0 up, 5-0 up at halftime. And he went, no, go.
And Cam's such a good tactician too. He knows what's at stake.
Yeah.
He knows you. And by playing that and keep on pressing, the girls get better.
Yeah, exactly right.
So they work on routines, they work on their passing, they work on their structure.
Yep.
So it's a positive.
Lauren got on the score sheet on this one in the 37th minute from a corner before Cleo decided to just
be selfish.
Lock in.
Yeah, she was. Stick around and said, "This is my night.
This is my game." It was 7 minutes between her first and her third goal, so a 7-minute hat-trick.
That was fantastic.
And then a fourth on the 58th minute. Still another moment where we weren't quite gelling. Our playing out from the back didn't quite work out so well. Sanford did grab his consolation goal because we made another mistake at the back, but making sure that Sanford didn't celebrate too much. Tess Bozo, 3 minutes later.
Yeah, bang. Thanks for that. Nullified that little celebration.
Nullified that entirely. And then a couple more from Eve Swain and Rio on the 90th minute. Yeah. So again, 100% full throttle football.
Yep, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And the goals spread right across.
Yeah.
So many players.
So many different players, so many different positions as well. Yeah. Some from the wing back, some from the midfielders, and some from the defenders.
Yeah.
As well.
Yeah.
So,
brilliant effort.
And I think that's one of Olympics' strengths really is we have a lot of goal scorers with a lot of goals. None of them are leading the goal scoring.
No, I think Sarah's the closest.
Yeah.
I think she's 3 or 4 goals behind the last from Calabar.
Yeah.
And when you think how many goals we've put away,
and then you look at Georgia as well and everything like that. It's quite incredible, and it is definitely one of Olympics' strengths.
Most definitely. Yeah.
So moving on to the Ipswich Knights game. This is one of the This is one of the ones that took us by a bit of surprise. Ipswich Knights pressed us really hard, really early, and did actually manage to get an opening goal through a fantastic breakaway. It was an absolutely gorgeous goal. It took, as much as you don't want to concede any goal.
Yeah. I think that particular game, I was away on business.
Yeah,
and I was watching the YouTube video, and I was sitting there going, "Are you serious?
Yeah.
What the hell happened there?"
And I think we were a little bit shell-shocked originally.
And I just went, "You're kidding me."
It did take us a little bit of time to get back on top.
Yeah.
But once we did, through Lane and Cleo as well, went into the halftime break 2-1 up, knew we had the control.
Yep.
And it was just about pressing home that advantage.
And they did. They controlled it well.
They did. They really, really did. Goals in the second half from Maddie Rattano as well as Sarah Daly. And then, funnily enough, a nice little piece of history is a goal from Telly.
Yeah.
Who wasn't there for long. Unfortunately, she was struck with a ACL injury, I believe, and she went back over to the States.
Home to the States to get to recuperation and some treatment.
Yeah, be with her family and everything like that.
What a player. She left some great memories.
What a fantastic player. We were really, really excited to have her. We did have her. So it is really, really nice that we have this sort of moment in time where Telly did, sort of help us along to where we are now. So
right.
If we do get a couple of extra winners' medals, we'll have to send one. Send one to the States for her. And then finally, another one from Courtney Boyce, who is generally one of the under 23. So it was good to get some more minutes for some of the younger players as well, and everything like that, and just really, really control and push out the group.
Yeah, again, that depth in the 23s is just brilliant.
Yeah. So the group stage. Finished first, played 3, won 3, scored 19, conceded 3. So again, this is where there's sort of the very big similarities between the two teams that have made it. Yeah. Very similar goals scored, very similar goals conceded.
Yeah.
Both controlled their individual groups.
Yep.
So it, when you look back in a bit of hindsight, it's almost poetic.
Yeah, exactly. Precisely.
That these are the teams that came through.
Yeah.
This is probably where it separates a little, in the fact that, Caboolture did have those 2 very, very tense games. We got a little bit lucky. The Gap still had to qualify to get there.
Of course it did, and so they deserved to be there.
Exactly. So we got a little bit lucky in the fact that we got a QPL 2 team. But that being said, they're one of the better teams.
Yeah, not wrong.
Of the QPL 2. So this was still a test that we still had to overcome. And we overcame it. 6-1 was the final score in the end. We scored all 6 goals before the Gap managed to get a consolation goal.
That's good.
This is another game, I guess, where Sarah Daly really pressed home her goal scoring advantage as well, scoring 2. Georgia scoring 2 as well. So yeah, just absolutely fantastic. This was the game that was actually meant to be played on Panayiri weekend.
Correct.
But got a rain delay and had to be played a little bit later, which is a shame, but that is the story of so many matches. But yeah, we're really, really pushing hard our control of that game again.
Yeah, very much so.
So Georgia Muir on the 21st minute made a darting run on the inside, leaving it to Eve Swain, who slotted it on with her left foot off to the keeper's right. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful goal. Like I said, kept us in control, but Cam's particular brand of full throttle football just really, really let us push home that advantage. Goals from Rio, Georgia again, and Sarah Daly before the Gap really even had a sniff at it. That being said, their goal again was another very, very quick break from a corner. And it was absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, it's a great goal.
And it kind of shows the quality that they are playing in QPL 2 as well. So yeah, it was absolutely a fantastic goal. And then in the semi-final, probably the highlight to that run was the Kappa game.
Yeah.
As I'm sure everyone's aware of now, the only game that Olympic has lost this season was against Kappa. Really shook us.
Yes.
Really pressed us like no one else really had. And like I said, we've had a couple of games that were cagey, but Kappa really...
But in saying that, Kappa's first goal wasn't brilliant.
It was a
very scrappy effort.
Yeah. Yeah.
So unfortunately, it just bounced away from us, and then we conceded that. The second goal was good.
Yes. So going back to Kappa, the same place in a semi-final had me very, very worried.
Yeah.
My fears were a little bit allayed with the first goal. Georgia Muir is just absolutely beautiful.
Stunned them, she.
Yeah, it was just absolutely fantastic. So coming through,
it was a Muir classic, that one.
It really was.
Yep.
Come from a corner, set down on the outside of the box, pushed it off to the right, hit it with a right into the left,
and away from the keeper. It was just
absolutely gorgeous. And if you haven't yet, I truly implore you to go watch the video footage of that one, because the camera is right behind it, and it's so good.
The quality of it, it's really good.
It's an absolutely fantastic goal.
Great goal.
Did have another goal disallowed in the first half.
I think Lauren scored the goal, but
I think it was offside.
Yeah.
So we did go into the break at 1-0. Still very nervy. Still very, couldn't quite breathe that sigh of relief and go, oh, okay, cool, we're good now. Shortly after the kickoff, Jess Curran picked up a poorly cleared ball and out of nowhere.
Yeah. But that's Jess. That's another girl that's brought in and has become such one of the regulars almost.
She's just almost can't imagine watching the Olympic girls play without Jess.
Yeah, she's such a talent.
Yeah. In the 53rd, Loz brought it home again. So another quick goal from a corner from Lauren Spreadborough, essentially ensured that we were going to get through this game. But Sarah Daly, not letting everyone else have the spoils, decided to break through the defensive line, coolly put it to the keeper. So just absolutely fantastic game. And just all-round control.
It was a brilliant
from the Olympic girls. And through the entire tournament, all-round control from the girls. And every single game, we pressed our advantage. Obviously, there was a couple of moments where, again, like Ipswich pushed us really, really hard and ended up going 1-0 up and things like that. We kept our calm and our composure.
Yeah, it almost seems to be almost like a school lesson.
Yeah.
You've done wrong. Now you've been punished. Now fix it.
Yeah, exactly right.
And it seems like all the time, we concede that one goal. And it's like, what happened there?
Yeah, a bit of a shock.
And they just put the throttle down and away they go.
Yeah.
It was great effort. Every game was great effort.
All right, so that is the two roads to the final from Caboolture and from Olympic.
Yep.
What are you expecting from this match?
I'm expecting a really tough game. Yeah. It's going to be hard. I mean, both teams are out to secure that first trophy of the season.
Yeah, first trophy.
There's a lot at stake. There's a lot of pride at stake. There's some great players on both sides. So it's going to be a crack of a game.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's going to be a free-for-all for either side.
No, and I think the matchups are quite enticing when you think about it. Even people, Rebecca Sweeney, Steph Latham, May Hugh, Courtney Barge, but then we've got our superstars as well. Georgia Muir, Sarah Daly, Jess Curran now.
Yeah, you've got Rio, you've got Sophia, you've got Lauren, you've got kids at the back, you've got Ernie and goals.
The matchup all over the pitch.
We've got some class right across the starting 11 and the sub bench as well. But I don't see too many goals in this game.
No, I think it's going to be very cagey.
I'm even
much like the previous two, going to be very cagey. Bit of an arm wrestle for control.
If anything, it'll probably be 1 or 2 in it.
Yeah,
if that.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping it doesn't go to penalties.
Your old heart probably won't take it.
My old heart won't take penalty kicks. I'll probably not calling triple O for that one. So, but it's going to be a tough game.
Yeah, no, it is going to be a really, really tough game. Looking forward to this one.
Yeah.
Of course, this one is on Saturday the 26th. It's going to be kicking off at 4:30, just before the Moreton City Lions men's match. Ticket gets you to both games, so make sure that you get your tickets. I don't believe there'll be any sold at the gate. You've got to buy them online. So definitely get your tickets, get down there early, come find us. I can guarantee you we're going to be there. We've already got our tickets.
We already got tickets.
We bought them as soon as they were released.
Yep.
So definitely get down there, support the red and white, see some absolute beautiful football. And if you feel like it, stick around for the men's game as well.
It'd be a good day of football.
It would be a fantastic game of football.
For sure.
And a very nice stadium as well. So
not bad at all. It's good for watching football in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So that's with the second half done. Then we're going to move on to extra time.
Well.
Yeah. So our first guest this evening is Sophia Cuba. Hello, welcome.
Thank you. I'm very excited to be on here.
So we're proud to have you on.
Yeah. Definitely when we were looking at doing this Kappa Pro special, yours was a name that popped up straight away. So,
Happy.
so yeah, we just got a couple of questions for you, just to get to know a little bit about you and everything like that. So last year you were listed as an NPL young player to watch when you were playing with Penn Power. Can I just quickly say that blew my mind that you are only 18 so far because you're so composed and solid on the ball. Now being part of the Olympic and part of a rock solid defensive line, can you sum up what this season's been like for you?
Oh yeah, it's been amazing. Like after last year, both Olympic and my old team Power went down. I was like, there's no other team I'd want to play with in FQPL and get back up into NPL. So it was good. Cam obviously reached out, wanted me in his back line. So yeah, I'm just happy to be back.
Yeah, fantastic.
So you played a similar role at Penn Power as you played here?
Yeah, so centre back, but they played a 4 at the back. So the 5's it was new for all of us, I think, just trying to get into the movement with the wing backs and the 3 at the back. But I think it's really working with us girls, yeah.
Right. Being so young and being so composed with and without the ball, are you taking it one step at a time, or are you trying to aim for something? Do you have a goal in mind of where you want your career to end up?
I think one step at a time, definitely this year. Just trying to find my confidence back and just trying to get my love for the sport, especially after last year. But no, definitely want to reach for the Matildas, hopefully. Yeah, fantastic. So yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, fingers crossed.
I mean, I don't see a problem. No, seriously. I mean, you're composed, you take the ball well, you defend well, you attack well. I mean, it's just, yeah, you got all the things there to tick some boxes. Yeah. You really have.
And I think one of the things that we love seeing is we've made a couple of jokes back and forth that Tessa is just constantly running up that line because you're constantly playing that pass.
Oh yeah.
So you definitely have that vision for that pass as well.
It's there. Knowing Buzzo can get on the end of it, and Georgia Muir as well. You just hit it and you know they're going to get there. So it's pretty easy to play with those girls. Is
that something that sort of came naturally, or is that something that you guys worked on in the training coach?
I think a bit of both. Like obviously me and Buzzo have played prior to last year together, and then just knowing like that's the run that Cam wants us to make. It's pretty easy just knowing that if you play that ball, they'll get there.
Yeah. Especially that speed, especially both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
And your penalty kicks. How did you learn to take something so ferocious?
I don't know, it just comes naturally, like whole family, goodness. Yeah. Whole family's played football, so the power just comes.
Yeah, I think after the first one, I had to redo the net. Is that powerful?
And how, actually, going on that, how did you become the penalty kick taker, considering, again, being 18 and
was it something you
so
decided
young
to volunteer for?
Or is it you did it in training and Cam was like, you?
I think it might have been a pre-season training that we did, and he was like, because we played Modern City, and like all the Cubs were first, and he was like, oh, we need penalty takers, like, especially now with semi-finals and finals coming up, you know, we need penalty takers in case we do get that tight at the end of the game, but yeah, no one put their hand up. I love a good penalty. Love to take good penalties. So I was like, yeah, sure, I'll take it. Kind of missed the first 2 against Jadine. She did save those 2. But
solid keeper though.
Third time's a charm and I got it in. So yeah.
Yeah, amazing. And first final of the season against Caboolture, who we've played and beaten twice. What are you expecting from them for this match?
Honestly, just tough battles, individual battles, team battles. Like, obviously they've got the players, but I know us girls, we're a strong group now. I know we'll stick together no matter what happens. So it'll definitely be a good weekend with the group. Yeah,
the whole group has changed dramatically since that first game against Caboolture. Yeah, there was a bit jagged, but it's just a free-flowing movement now. It's just incredible.
Yeah, it's good. Like, obviously, the first game, we did have players missing, and now, obviously, we still will have players missing, but the group's a group. Like, you can't get a better group than what we have here at Olympic.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. And I think it was something that Lauren said a few weeks ago. She was struggling to get back in the squad. She goes, the squad's so ridiculously good. I can't get in.
Yeah.
And that's a plus.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the point of the season where I'm at now. Like, obviously, a few weeks back, we do remember what happened, but starting to get...
We'll forget that.
starting to get my one foot in front of the other, and Cam's starting to see that more, so it's good.
Incredible.
Yeah, but that happens to all players through their career. I mean, it happened to me when I was playing years ago, so nothing new.
Yeah. But I know that even if I'm not there, Loz isn't there, Vic isn't there, Maddie Rutano's not there, no matter who's not there, us group, our back line, no matter who's in there.
It's a brick wall.
no one's getting through. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's why I think we'll do okay with Caboolture. I mean, the likes of Steph.
Yeah.
I mean, we have nullified her game in both games.
Yeah.
She has just wandered around the field going, where's the ball?
Yeah.
You know, we've done such a good job. And she seems to be their key maker
Yeah.
in that spot. So nullify her, yeah, we're done.
just a small job of doing that.
I mean, yeah, okay, look, Steph's got the runs on the board, but our girls are just,
Yeah.
they're brilliant.
Yeah.
You really
Yeah.
are.
All right, well, fantastic. Well, thank you for your time. 'Cause that's
That's
all we had for you, because we just wanted just a couple of small questions for you.
Loved it.
Just going back on you said earlier that all your family's played. Has it all been played around Olympic or in Brisbane, or where's the heritage start?
It started with my dad and my uncle, Fraser Cuba, in Uruguay. Obviously, born there, grew up there. Football's crazy over there. And then obviously when they moved here, I think 2 years ago maybe, my cousin Sian played here. And now him and my other cousin are in Melbourne playing. They've gone over back to Uruguay to play. Mum's played, so yeah, it's a family thing.
Certainly a fam. Yeah,
Yeah.
certainly a pedigree. My goodness. I can see where you get your talent from.
Yeah. Good. Very
No,
good.
it's brilliant. No, fantastic.
So our next guest is Georgia Muir. Hey, welcome to the
Hi.
podcast.
Welcome, Georgia.
Thank you for having me.
So winning titles with FPPL Central Coast with Clinton,
Yes.
to the NPL action with Mitchelton, probably not the best season that you probably wanted coming into Brisbane and everything like that. And now at Olympic, it's been a very interesting journey for you. What are your takeaways?
Oh my gosh, that's such a broad question. So I grew up playing for Clinton in Gladstone. I played there for a total of 15 years because I moved back to Gladstone after uni for a little bit. And massive shout out to Clinton. They're my family back home. Such an amazing community club. I wouldn't be who I am without them. They raised me, really. And they really ignited my love for football. So I'm so grateful for them. Being a child, being a teenager, being an adult, they were with me through everything. Last season definitely had its trials and its tribulations, that's for sure. It was very similar to Olympic season last year. We had a lot of injuries. We had a great team, but we just suffered with injuries. But it wasn't a season that I particularly look at fondly, but I think sometimes you need seasons like that because, the harder things that you go through shape you as a person.
And it does. It says it makes you grow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you do.
Yeah, and it drove me to Olympic. At first, I had slight hesitations about it dropping down a league, but now I think it's one of the best decisions I've ever made. So I'm very grateful that I'm here.
So why Brisbane? Did you have any thoughts of maybe going to Sydney or Melbourne where the competitions are slightly stronger and much more demanding?
No, I mean, I always wanted to go to the University of Queensland. So I wanted to live on campus at Women's College. I stayed at Women's. So, the first thing that I was prioritising was my education.
Of course.
And then I played football in Brisbane because of that. Then when I went back to Gladstone, I went to England for a bit, back to Gladstone again, which is very fun. And I don't know, I'm a Queensland girl through and through. Obviously, I love my football. And I love playing at a competitive level, but I also just love being in a sunny state. And I'm such a Queensland girl. So.
Yeah.
Did you
I'm
have the
happy to
opportunity
be
to play in England, or was it just a strictly holiday?
I actually moved over there to teach and to travel.
Mm-hmm.
I did think about playing football over there. I went to a few trainings, but I went to a training once and it was from 8 to 10 p.m. And I just thought, no, I want to travel, I want to have
It's a
fun.
huge commitment, isn't it?
Massive commitment, yeah.
Yeah, we don't realise how lucky we are.
Yeah, especially being at this level.
Yeah.
So making any final is quite an accomplishment. You're quite well versed, obviously, again, back in your time in the Central Coast region. As you said, being there for 15 years, winning multiple trophies. How do you personally prepare for an occasion like a final?
I love pressure. I think I play my best under pressure. I'm a very competitive person. I always have been, whether it's football. I did athletics growing up. Shock. I played touch football as well. Even when I'm nervous, I still love it. And it's not even just the football. I love, I'm a bit of a glamorous person, so I love, getting fake tan, doing my hair, and I just love everything about a finals day. But yeah, how do I prepare? I just, recently I've been going to the gym. I've been doing a lot of running, try and eat my protein. So I'm in tip-top shape. I definitely feel my fitness is probably the best ever been in my adult life. So that's really awesome. And I'm ready to go.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
Having played Caboolture twice, won both games, but it's a cup final.
Yeah.
So form sort of goes out the window.
Mm.
What is the mood amongst the players at the moment in regards to the final? Are you just preparing for it like it's any other match, or is it something that's sort of like looming on the horizon?
Because having that word final certainly
Yeah, it
puts
has a
pressure.
bit of a pressure on it. So.
Well, we've got, a few games coming up.
Very important games.
Yeah, a few pretty big games, and they're all quite different. I think at training we're just trying to, we're still just trying to focus on the way that we play, and try and integrate that into the games that we have coming up, making sure that we stay grounded and humble, because I know I can be silly, but I always stay humble.
I think there's time and place to be silly. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You need that.
of
It's
course,
a,
that's
it's,
just my
a sense of,
personality.
it's a sense of release and relief.
Yeah. But I don't want to reveal too much about what we've been doing, but I know how excited I am, and I know us girls, we're like keen for all these games coming up. I'm super keen for the East game, that's for sure. So it'll be a fun week having 2 really big games in the 1 week. And
And that'll be a good game, that game against East.
Yeah. You've also got, obviously last season, Gold Coast Knights sort of set the standard in their QPR. They've won everything there was to win.
Yeah.
Is that something that is on the cards that you're trying to emulate? Is that something that's sort of being whispered amongst the team, or is it, nah, we're playing our game?
well, we discussed at the start of the season we want to win as many trophies as we possibly can. And, there's East is going to be a tough game, but it's not impossible. And we're ready for it. So, yeah.
Exciting.
How do you see the start of the season, like game 1 to now? The changes involved, the playing standard involved, how the girls have improved themselves amongst themselves.
I think we've really pushed each other throughout the whole season. I think the thing with our team that everyone in our league knows, not just us, is that we have so much depth.
Yes.
We've been one of those, like, we're the team where when our subs come on, they're all impact subs. It's not just like, oh, we're giving you time for the sake of it.
Absolutely.
Because that can happen. I'm not saying, I'm not trying to direct that at any team. So at training, there's always a lot of healthy competition, but it's never malicious or negative.
Yeah.
So that's really good. Me personally, I feel a lot fitter than the beginning of the season. I mean, I was literally on holiday for 6 weeks, and then I jumped into a pre-season game, and that was a bit of a mission. Yeah. But no, we've really gelled together. Like, this is a really awesome special team that we have so many different kind of personalities, but like we all just mix in a really good way.
We've noticed that too, as from game 1, that game in Holland Park we saw pre-season to now.
Oh, that's such a change.
From fans, we've just gone, oh my goodness, this team's amazing.
Yeah, it's really awesome. I'm so happy to be a part of it.
Well, thank you. Thank you for coming on board.
That's okay, thank you. Thanks so much, guys.
Our next guest is Vic Franklin. Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
No, it's a pleasure. So football's not your only sporting love. Obviously, you won titles in rowing in the United States. How do you prepare for the big occasions, and what do you take forward from those experiences?
Yeah, so I think my time in the States, like, college sports in the US is very competitive. So I think that like really prepared me. I think it's just made me super competitive. Even when I, like, obviously I rowed over in the States, but I went over to do soccer and rowing, tore my ACL. COVID happened, it was hard to try and come back to both, so I ended up just rowing. And even just like having to, soccer has always been my favorite sport, even having to like shift that focus to rowing, I think has made me like really good at, the preparation. I was probably, like, I was good at rowing obviously, but then I think I had to shift my mindset to, I'm a rower now, this is my sport, I've got to train, prepare for it, all that. So I think even like training 20-hour weeks, like having to do recovery every day, like I had to do that. You couldn't skip practice. If you skip practice, you had to make it up. So I think it's like really, even in life, not even just my football, like I think it's really set me up to, treat everything very seriously, and like, there's no time for slacking. So it was a bit of a ramble, but just like kind of answer that question was basically, I think, it's helped me set up even just like the days leading up, like how much I'm hydrating, like the smallest things. So
And that's
yeah.
important. And as you said, that mindset from changing one sport to the other sport and adapting from one to the other, because they're totally two different preparations, totally two different outcomes.
Yeah.
It must be hard. Mentally, it must be hard.
Yeah, no, that's why it took me so long to get back into soccer, football. Sorry, America made me say soccer as well.
That's okay. Yeah, that's okay. I think most Australians say soccer anyway.
Yeah,
because
that's all good.
they get confused.
So yeah, last season in the NPL, didn't play as much as you wanted to. Also coming back from the knee surgery and everything like that at the end of 2023. How important was this season to you to make sure that you kicked on and got a really good season under your belt?
Yeah, so this season was very important for me because I thought last season would be how this season's going for just, me coming back and, I didn't play a full season since 2018, which is crazy to think that was like 7 years ago. So last year was supposed to be my comeback year and like you said, the sports are so different. So I think I was like strain after strain, meniscus tear. So my body, like, even though I was really fit in this sport, my body was like not.
That's right.
So I think, last year was supposed to be how this year's going. And I honestly was also, so I also got a blood clot last year. So that it wasn't just the knee, it was like.
Oh God, you've been in the wars.
And you've got a niggling hamstring at the moment as well, don't you?
Yeah, but that one's fine. We're coming back from that. But like last year, I was getting close to maybe thinking about switching to AFL. That's how kind of hard last year was. So I'm glad Cam gave me the opportunity. I wasn't sure like where I was going to go this year, and just had some chats with him, and I just really wanted to be part of the group. And I knew a few of the girls who were coming this year, so
I was going to say, did it help having a couple of people that you knew that you could?
Those girls I played like nationals with when we were like 16, so it was like
It makes the transition and entry into that club so much easier when you know someone.
Yeah, and I mean the whole group's great. Like I've never been such a good group of girls, and I literally could talk to anyone forever.
I mean, we see you on match days where you're mucking around with before games and after games. It's you can tell it's a good group.
Yeah, such a good group. It's so happy to be here. But this season I'm pretty happy with it.
You've done incredibly well. Oh, look, you wouldn't be a football player without injuries.
Yeah, exactly. And this team in general has conceded very few goals in all competitions, winning every game but one. What do you put this down to, and how far do you think this group can go?
Yeah, I think I put it down to, I personally love the formation we play. I think it really suits the people we have. Like, it's hard to tell if it's the personnel or the formation, but I really do think that the formation we have is perfectly suited to the players we have.
Yes, it's
so
a combination of both.
Yeah, it's almost like it feels very effortless to play. Like, I'm a defender, so I can't speak for like the girls up front, but at the back I just think no matter who's in what position, Kiz said this the other night, but it's like we're not trying to fit into the position. It's just, I don't even know what she said, but it was like, it's very easy. Like, you just go in the position, and it's not like this big pressure on you because the people around you are helping you. So I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just, I really love the formation we play. It's like, it feels easy. It's not the game's easy, but it feels easy to play how we play.
I'm a very traditionalist mindset. I love the 4-4-2s, even the 4-3-3. So
that's what I did my whole life,
so when we were watching the women play, we saw the formation come through, and we're just like, oh, okay. And like, even it took me a little bit to come around to it, but just watching you guys play, how fluid it is, the passing between the
definitely
lines.
Definitely had to buy in at the start. I remember being like, I'm a centre back, and I like to have the 4 at the back. But even the position I play, I think it's better. Like, I like it more than fullback or centre back. It's like whatever that position is, the 3 at the back. I'm like, I love playing.
It's kind of like I think I call it a libero role. Many years ago, you had that freedom to move. Whichever you wanted, but still stayed in that position as well.
No, I really like it. And of course, like, I think, also to answer that question, I think just as a team, I've been out at the moment, so it's easier to see on the sidelines, but I think there's not a point where it really drops off. Even if the game's going a bit south, it's like everyone really just like everyone just wants to win. Everyone wants to do well for each other, and it's just really nice to see, like, no matter who goes on, no matter who comes off with an injury, no matter who, you know, gets switched around, like everyone's just in it for each other, and we, you know, we
And you have
want to do
a
our
really
best.
magical understanding, because I don't think I've seen any passes that have been rushed from the back line.
Yeah.
It's like, get the ball, look up, turn, no, I'll go this way.
It's very
Pass
calm,
out.
Yeah.
It's very,
composed.
it's very calm and fluid. I don't think I've seen a rushed back pass at all.
Yeah.
You
No,
know? And even
think
Ernie gets to that situation where the ball can go back to her, and then she clears it.
I definitely think that's just, we really focus that in training at the start of the season. Like pre-season, I definitely was probably, you know, I don't know if you guys there, but I probably was rushing a few passes. And then, you know, we just like, you know, if you can't go forward, go back. And it sounds so easy, but it's actually when you play, you don't want to go back. So
Exactly right,
I think we've, you know, really, instead of just thinking about, oh, what can I do that makes me look good? We're like, well, what can we do to get the ball up the field, switch it, you know? So you think more about yourself, which I think.
I think we made a comment that very first Holland Park game. I think the first half was very jagged.
Yeah, it was very rigid.
The second half, we just gone, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
You just give it to them.
Yeah.
It was a whole new team, and just the whole format was changed. It was brilliant to watch.
Yeah.
And that was the start of that, and it just flowed from there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it is nice to see. I feel like every week we do just like step up. Even well, I've been out. I've had so much FOMO, but you know the girls are still just like getting better. I'm like, well, I can't wait to come back and join them.
Be part of that again.
Yeah, it's going to be good. So it's going to be hard to get back in there because there's some great players in that team.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
We're blessed with that sort of strength and quality.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, it is nice.
All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank
for
you.
having me.
Very much, very much appreciate it.
Well, thank you very much for tuning in. As always, make sure that you get down and support the teams. Get your red and white on. Get to Goodwin Park. You see our banner. Come say hello. Come wave a flag with us. We'll have some down there for you.
Yeah,
cool. We'll see you there.
Have a great week, and we'll see you then.